event in Australia. Not only does the series test the riders' mental and physical skills to their limits, but also stresses every component of the bikes they ride to their maximum tolerance. This is a great testing ground for Castrol's oils and associated products. The track has just been watered as Glenn Bell tests the surface of the start area. Dust could be a problem for the pack of riders in the wake of the fast men like Stephen Gall, 4 times winner of the coveted Mr Motocross title, and Craig Dack, Glenn Bell, Vaughan Style, James Deacon, David Armstrong and Jimmy Ellis. This year's series is run over 5 rounds. We go from Oran Park down to Broadford in Victoria, then on to Gilman in South Australia, north to Queensland where the 4th round is held at Toowoomba, and finally back here for the final round at Oran Park. As the riders prepare for the first race of the 1986 series. And they get underway with a magnificent start from Deacon, Bell and Dack. With James Deacon leading over the first jump and the rest of the pack snapping at his heels. The dust already starting to become a problem. And out they go towards the back of the course. It's Deacon, Bell and Dack, with Graham Allen there in 4th place. Yes, and it's Stephen Gall also there doing very well. And number 4, Vaughan Style, right up in the pack. Over these huge jumps, which are a feature of Oran Park's magnificent circuit. Bell there, now up on the inside. And he takes the lead. He goes ahead of James Deacon, and Deacon back into 2nd place. Glenn Bell out in front. The Marlboro Yamaha rider going very well on this first lap. And there's a battle there for 2nd place. Craig Dack trying all he knows. James Deacon holding off Dack. Incredible riding. Through this huge crowd here at Oran Park. The dust flying up off the back wheel. Dack coming up again on the inside, but Deacon holds him out. Around these tight berms, and Deacon pours the power on and squirts ahead of Dack.
Glenn Bell is the leader on bike number 6.
There's Bell completing his first lap. Dack over the start and finish jump to start again. Another lap, and he's going up the inside. But can't get through that time. That's Dack's favourite spot there for passing riders. Out again towards the back of the course. As you can see, the dust is getting thicker. Bell out in front, over the double jumps. Deacon certainly riding with a lot of determination. Allen there still in 4th place. David Armstrong well up as well. Bell really going at hammer and tongs. Deacon and Dack still with positions the same. Allen out in 4th. Armstrong into 5th. Jimmy Ellis there, back in 7th place. Magnificent riding from these top line A graders. Next, Deacon still holding Dack out. How long can this go on? Getting crossed up over the big jumps.
Number 2, Deacon in 2nd place on 75.
Dack trying everything he knows to try and get past this rider in front. Again up the inside, and he squeezes through right on the inside. Beautiful piece of riding. And pulls out a huge gap straight away. Maybe Deacon got into a bit of trouble there. But this man, Bell, has it all his own way. Out in front. The riders follow behind in his wake.
5 minutes and 26 seconds
The
down.
Castrol oil certainly performing well in this Yamaha. What a beautiful stylist he is. Fast and smooth. Never puts a foot wrong. Dak seems to be pegging back the lead a fraction.
Top 10.
Could be closing very slowly on Glenn Bell.
Number 10.
Bell would have to get his skates on.
Shoots.
Oh, and Dak almost loses it over the double jump. Both feet off the footrests, but controls it
7, Peter Melvin.
and powers away. Bell through the ruts, round the berms, throwing up dirt. Dak chasing him hard. Honda getting sideways. Going hard at it. This man Bell is really going hard. Excellent riding. Dak has a task ahead of him. Deacon also now consolidating third place. Graham Allen there, he's going well in fourth, but David Armstrong's really giving him a run for her money. Certainly a man to be watching, this young Armstrong. Been riding very well of late, and certainly a man of the future. Only young, he's got plenty of time left. Allen there almost drops the bike in the berm, but Armstrong cannot take the advantage. A ding-dong battle there going on for fourth place. Alongside each other now, and Armstrong round the outside, but Allen still retains the lead. Meanwhile, back to the leader, Glenn Bell. Still out in front. No, Dak's round the outside of him. Incredible piece of riding there. Took a long way around and powered ahead of him. Now all he has to do is stay upright and keep it pointed in the right direction. There are lots of jumps on this Oran Park track. It seems that they're everywhere. Always up in the air. You lose a lot of time if you don't take the jumps just right. Dak now out in front, pulling out a lead. Glenn Bell now chasing him. Passing the tail enders. That could be a problem. It could cause some upsets. Always a problem in the dust. He's passing slower riders. Look at that car park at Oran Park. A huge crowd here to watch this first round of Mr Motocross. In beautiful weather. Glenn Bell chasing Craig Dak. Hasn't got much time left. He's got to really press on as he throws away another tear-off. Craig Dak going fast. Looks behind to see where Bell is, and Bell isn't too far away at all. Honda versus Yamaha. Very evenly matched in power, these 250 motorcycles. And the ride is very evenly matched as well. And Craig Dak has come off. He has crashed at the back of the circuit there. It won't go. Get it going. And there goes Glenn Bell straight past him as Dak gets into motion. Now the race is on. Only a couple of laps to go. And it's back to status quo. Glenn Bell in the lead and Craig Dak chasing him. This is going to be incredible racing over the last couple of laps. Glenn Bell will be shutting the door in all the corners. Craig Dak taking the wide line to get some speed up there. Can he do it before the flag? Still the same. Still Bell leading. Dak closing up under brakes. Bell getting the better drive out of the corner. Dak trying everything he knows, throwing everything into it. All his skill and experience coming to the fore now. Seems to close up under brakes, but Bell seems to get a faster line out of the corners.
Back far in part of the course where I just lose them for around about 10.
Very dusty out there. The track has been watered, of course, but it doesn't make much difference to these guys. Craig Dack, Lyndon Heffron there going through, and Jimmy Ellis back in the field. And in the back of the course there, Craig Dack has passed Glenn Bell. He's now leading the race once again. Let's hope he makes no more mistakes. Bell being held up there, unfortunately, by a slower rider. That's what makes the difference. You get a good run through the slower traffic, and it's great. You get a slow run through them, and you lose seconds. Craig Dack there losing a bit of time. He got past him cleanly that time, no problems at all. Look at the forks bouncing on the Honda. The rear suspension working all the time. And it looks to me as though Glenn Bell's got a flat tyre. Certainly the back end of the Yamaha isn't performing like it was in the earlier part of the race. Fast and furious though, this man, Craig Dack. Glenn Bell. James Deacon. All going for it. All chasing this man out in front. Yes, look at the back tyre on Glenn Bell's bike. It is flat as a tack. That's why he's dropping back.
First and second heats.
But there's no stopping this man. Glenn Bell chasing him. Craig Dack taking over from where Jeff Leask left off last year. And we have the end of the first moto. First is Craig Dack. Second is Glenn Bell. And third, James Deacon. Getting set now for the second race, and they're off once again into the fray. A big pack of riders heading off down the start and finish straight. Over the first jump, all line abreast. Over the second jump, and it's Deacon again into the lead. He got the whole shot for the second time today. But there's confusion back down the field. There's a huge pack of riders trying to get round into the tight bits. David Armstrong out there going very well. Where's Glenn Bell? Oh, and there's a crash over on the back of the course. In the dust and the murk, can't tell who it is. David Armstrong out in front. This young Queenslander doing it really well. And Stephen Gall in second place. James Deacon third. And Vaughan Style fourth. There's Craig Dack way down the field. Lyndon Heffron following him. David Armstrong out in front. Trying to open up a gap. Craig Dack forging past the slower riders. Young Armstrong, giving it everything, jumping sideways, over the bumps, round the berms, round the fast bits, the slow parts. And there's Glenn Bell. Chasing him all the way, getting crossed up over the jumps as well. Vaughan Style, he's having a good day. The setting sun causing a bit of problem too. The sun getting in the rider's eyes on certain parts of this circuit. Very difficult to see through the dust and the sun. Stephen Gall having a good ride. And Vaughan Style as well, chasing him. Stephen Gall, the Grand Master of Mr Motocross. Been riding for so many years now, many people would rather forget. Horn Style chased him. Ding-dong battle, this one. It's a huge jump, that start and finish one. And they're still chasing. Number 5. David Armstrong. Out in front. All done really well. Past the mud hole, over the double jumps, and out towards the back of the circuit. His Yamaha performing very well. And I think he's pulling it away a little bit there. Glenn Bell. Stephen Gall. Vaughan Style. Oh, and Stephen right into the berm there, getting the power down early. He's really going for it. Style up alongside him. There's a slower line over the jump. This is a great battle, thrilling the huge crowd. They couldn't have asked for a better day of motocross. Starting another lap. Graham Allen there on the Kawasaki, going well again. He's had such a good day. Here's the man of the day, Craig Dack, on the factory Honda. And Jimmy Ellis on the KTM, the only non-Japanese motorcycle in the whole event. Entered by Burt Flood Motorcycles in Melbourne. Such a good rider, Jimmy Ellis. He's going very well. The Austrian KTM performing extremely good too. Again, Stephen Gall, tight in there. And Bell now is catching up. Vaughan Style doesn't seem to be able to get past, but Bell is slowly catching them. Lyndon Heffron again, out there with Jimmy Ellis. Very difficult to see now, the setting sun and the dust again. Stephen Gall still there. Vaughan Style still behind him and Glenn Bell right behind him. A three-way battle, this. They must be very tired men. Been riding all day at this pace, and it's taken its toll. A couple of the back markers there. A marked difference in speed between the fast men and the slow men. Craig Dack. Look at the speed of those motorcycles. Vaughan Style still not making any impression on Stephen Gall. Doesn't seem to have an answer for him. Style. Showing his style. Glenn Bell. And they're together, side by side, and Style goes up the inside, drifts wide. Yes, he's got the lead. Style now in front. Divided his time, waited for the right moment and struck. Fantastic riding. Can he now pull away? Is Stephen Gall fading in the latter stages of this race?